When the Johnson family moved into the old Victorian house, they were thrilled by its charm and history. Little did they know, the house held a dark secret. One evening, while exploring the attic, young Lucy stumbled upon a hidden door. Curiosity piqued, she called her parents, and together they pried the door open, revealing a narrow, dusty staircase leading further into darkness. With a flashlight in hand, Mr. Johnson led the way, the light casting eerie shadows on the cobweb-covered walls. As they reached the top, a strong, musty smell filled the air. The beam of the flashlight landed on an old wooden trunk. Mrs. Johnson's heart raced as she approached it, her hands trembling as she lifted the lid. Inside the trunk, wrapped in decaying fabric, was a skeletal hand. The family gasped in horror. Carefully, they peeled away the fabric, revealing the full skeleton of a person who had been hidden away for decades. The room fell silent. The only sound was their ragged breathing. They immediately called the authorities. As the police arrived and began their investigation, they uncovered more chilling details. The skeleton belonged to a woman who had gone missing over 50 years ago. According to old records, she was the previous owner's wife, who had mysteriously disappeared without a trace. Neighbors spoke of how the old man who lived there had become a recluse after his wife's disappearance. Some even whispered that they had heard strange noises coming from the house at night. The attic, it seemed, held the key to a dark and sinister past. Further investigation revealed old letters and a diary in the trunk. The diary entries painted a disturbing picture of a controlling and abusive husband. The last entry, dated just days before her disappearance, spoke of her plan to escape. It seems she never made it out. The Johnsons were haunted by the discovery. The house, once a symbol of new beginnings, now felt oppressive and sinister. They couldn't shake the feeling of being watched, and strange noises began to echo through the halls at night. Unable to bear the growing fear and unease, the Johnson family decided to move out. As they packed their belongings, they left the attic door sealed, the dark secret of the house remaining behind. The house stood empty once again, its tragic history buried within its walls, waiting to be discovered by the next unsuspecting family. And so, the house remains, a silent witness to a forgotten crime, its walls whispering the tale of the woman who never escaped. The townspeople say that on quiet nights you can still hear her cries echoing through the attic, a reminder that some secrets refuse to stay buried.